Well, 3 sea turtles are now swimming happily and healthy in the Atlantic Ocean tonight. They were released in front of a crowd of 2,000 people after getting some TLC from the Jekyll Island Authority Georgia Sea Turtle Center. Storm expert Steve Fundero reports on the happy event from Jekyll Island for us.
Our ultimate goal is to get these animals back in the wild.
Meet Carrie, a large loggerhead, was found over a year ago near Cumberland Island with some serious wounds to the flipper.
Was fractured or broken from the shark bite and had a very deep wound, but she has recovered very well.
Despite the major bone infections, Krakatoa was able to get back to her feisty self.
Kept gaining weight even though she was on a diet, and we figured out she was eating the other turtles' food.
And last but not least, Typhoon, struck by a boat with injuries to her skull and brain.
She's the one I'm most surprised about, so just an amazing recovery.
All right, let's give her a little boost.
Dr. Terry Norton hopes the research and education continues to grow. And what better way to do so than connecting people to nature? From Jekyll Island, Steve Fundero, First Coast News, on your side.